Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well as always. I'm here with Mega Good Vibes. She's just hanging out as usual, giving herself a bath. Yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for being here with me, okay? Thank you so much for your kind comments, for liking and subscribing to the channel. Just your support means so much to me, guys. And of course, I want to shout out the Mega Crew over on Patreon. I thank you guys so much for really being sponsors of the work that I do and just supporting me and supporting the readings. It really does mean a lot to both of us. All right, Mega Crew. Okay, guys, so I wanted to come on and tap into the masculines and how they're feeling about the divine feminines at this time, because the energy that I'm getting is a balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I feel like the masculines are so much more calm. Okay, so many of you might have had communication, especially after a really long time, and that has somehow brought about some type of balance. But I feel like it's just different this time around. You both have grown through the separation, and there is this level of maturity to the both of you in the connection at this time, and also a level of great patience with one another and great patience with the connection. So with all of this balance that the masculines are feeling, let's go ahead and find out how he feels in his heart space toward the feminine. Okay, so we have self-confidence. Okay, I really love that this card is coming through because, again, like I said, many of you have received communication, or you can feel that many of your masculines are just a lot more open. There's beautiful feminine energy coming from your masculines as well. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not, divine masculine. Many of them may operate from the divine masculine as a preferred state. But this is temperance within a masculine. They are starting to exude self-confidence. And for many of you, that comes in the form of being a little bit more comfortable to reach out and express themselves, divine feminine. This is for those of you who have had divine masculines really tippy-toeing around the connection, and a lot of you, you either knew communication was coming, or there was just a lot of heavy energy being felt from your counterpart coming towards you. And I think that what you have been feeling, and a lot of you have been feeling a lot of butterflies, almost like this feeling of like anxiety, like you want to puke, or like, when you line up to go on a roller coaster, and as you get closer and closer in the lineup, you kind of start getting these tickly feelings in your stomach. Okay, that's what I'm getting that many of the feminines have been experiencing. And I feel like that has been your masculine working on their confidence, to really come towards you. And the way that the divine feminine is appearing in the mirror image as well, they've seen you go through like a big transformation as well. Divine feminine, like I feel like you embody a lot of self-confidence, and in the past, many of them would really hesitate to come towards you. I'm seeing like maybe like a Queen of Wands energy or a Queen of Swords energy. Now, both of them would be in the upright position. So just because it's a Queen of Swords doesn't automatically mean somebody cold and bitchy or whatever the case is. I feel like this is a divine feminine who maybe you're very upfront. You're not afraid to speak your mind or to speak your truth because you're confident in yourself. And also with like the Queen of Wands energy, you just have this way of making others feel very comfortable in your presence. And I feel like for those of you who did receive communication from your masculine, most likely over like the holidays or whatever the case is, just know that I feel like it took a lot for them to do that. And that's why there's this calmness that I'm feeling coming from a lot of the masculines now, because it's like, phew, okay, like breaking the ice as well is what I'm hearing for many of you. And again, it's creating so much beautiful balance. Let's see what he has in his pocket here as well. It's hard to tell. Like immediately I was drawn to the word postcard. Okay, so again, like I don't know why, but the word postcard makes me think of a divine masculine that, like they've traveled, like maybe you guys have been in separation and they kind of went off and did their own thing. Maybe your masculine up and left the country, or maybe they up and left the city, and like they were maybe going through some type of transformation of their own. But they never forgot you. It's like all of these messages here that they have been holding in their heart now is the time that many of them are feeling a little bit more comfortable to express that to you. And I feel like the way she is in the dress here, all just kind of sensual, it reminds me of a feminine who has really embodied a lot of the feminine qualities within herself. And it's really attractive to your masculine. And the thing is that I feel like when you two met, Divine Feminine, you, although feminine, okay, there were some challenges when you communicated with your masculine in the beginning, where you might have felt a little bit more in your masculine energy, okay? In the beginning, when you two first started connecting with each other, you might have been very competitive with your masculine. You might have been very defensive, very on guard, always wanting to have the last say, always wanting to prove them wrong. And I feel like over time, what's happened in the connection is that your separation away from this masculine has allowed you to reflect. And now many of you are really embodying your feminine qualities. Like, I see a lot of you just taking time to nurture yourselves, taking care of your health, taking care of your appearance, right down to like your wardrobe, wearing a lot of colors, using a lot of color, smiling more, being a lot more friendly to people, being a lot more open to people, because many Divine Feminines, when they went through their awakening, I'm hearing that many of you were forced into your masculine energy because something catapulted your awakening where, you know, you were forced to, like, something was pushing your back up against the wall. Many of you have had to quit your jobs. You've had to deal with just certain toxic environments and healing from that. And when you met your twin counterpart, particularly your masculine, that somehow gave you the strength to really knock down a lot of the obstacles in your way. It's like when you felt the love from your divine masculine, it's like all of a sudden you felt invincible. And that was your masculine coming in to help you exude masculine qualities in your energy because you need it right now. Maybe you guys are going through a lot of shit and your masculine just somehow popped up into your life right at the exact time, and what their energy did was balance that masculine within you, or maybe even bring it out of you, because again, a lot of you were going through some really crazy circumstances and situations, and now it's like, you don't mess with this Queen of Swords because she is fully balanced, okay? This is an Empress who knows how to whip out that Queen of Swords when she needs to. And maybe that change happened when you and your masculine started connecting with each other, okay? And vice versa. I feel like for many of your masculines, they were maybe very cold and rigid, and, you know, something about you, Divine Feminine, even when you were competitive with them, or it was just, you know, continuously bringing balance into their lives. And I feel like because you were in your masculine energy when they met you, they might have seen you as very feminine on the outside, okay? Just very, like, just beautifully dressed, like, you know, dressing to, like, slay, you know, taking very good care of yourself. But the energy when they spoke to you was very masculine. And so I feel like by them, you know, coming into your life, they now had to tap into their feminine side in order to receive you, Divine Feminine. Because if they were masculine with your masculine energy, you two would have been in this whole competition energy the whole time. So many of your masculines have learned how to shift into their feminine energy right when they met you as well, because it was like you two kept bumping heads. And then I feel like many of your masculines have realized over time that it's like this was a sign or a message to start tapping into their she's so cute holding my hand. Oh gosh. Yeah, I feel like just interacting with you, Divine Feminine, when they really got down to the nitty gritty, it's like they started tapping into their feminine side because they were like, you know what? It's the only way to bring about balance here with the both of us. And so over time, I feel like many of you have seen your masculines change, and it's coming from this self-confidence to be in their feminine energy and not feel any resistance toward doing that, right? Because they've been so conditioned over time to really bottle up all of those qualities because, you know, somehow they've been convinced that it means weakness, you know. But then this feminine showed up and they had no choice but to start tapping into that energy, because I feel like they really were drawn to you. And the reason they're drawn to you is because you're their counterpart. Right? You two are supposed to be drawn to each other in this way to bring about the knowledge that there is masculine and feminine energy within both, you know, no matter how you perceive the other energy, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and cut the deck in half and get a little bit more about how this masculine is feeling toward the feminine. Oh, are you stuck? Oh my goodness, my darling. I'm sorry, baby. You trying to get comfortable? Oh, okay. It's okay. Good girl. All right, so I cut the deck in half. Oh, we got this power card here too, and then we also have moving on. Okay, so I'm really drawn to the moving on card because, you know, you can see here the harmony between the two. You know, there's beautiful harmony here between the two, and this could be moving on from the past. And that's because both of you have really shifted. And that's why I was saying it feels a lot more balanced. I'm hearing moving on from past cycles as well. So even though you two have received communication, there is this, again, I don't know why I'm being drawn to the word calmness, but it's just what I'm being drawn to. It's like communicating with each other without feeling this overwhelming need to control the situation. Both masculine and feminine, okay? And that's where the temperance energy is coming from. It's like you both are finally allowing each other to be who you are and to breathe, but still giving each other the assurance that, you know, you both are here and you love each other. We have the power card here, and to me it feels like exchanging power. You know, right now, you know, many feminines are surrendering as well, and that's why I think a lot of the past few readings have spoken to some of you who knew that, you know, the power was with you, and the minute you were able to exude that power very gently, it allowed your divine masculine to really surrender into you. Okay, and this moving on energy as well also symbolizes that for 2023, I hear many of you uttering the words like, wow, this connection is real, or this whole twin flame journey is real, because I've never interacted with my person like this ever before. I feel a lot of you this year are going to be saying that. Okay, so when you do receive communication, or when you two come back into communication, physical communication, if this reading resonates with you, I feel like months down the road, a lot of you are going to be saying that, like, wow, this journey is so real because I can see the shifts within this person. Okay. What lessons are you two learning right now? Let's get some messages from the romance angels. What lessons are you both learning right now on the journey? Okay, let's cut it in half so we get one precise message. Okay, so calling in your soulmate, or twin flame in this case. Okay, so the message here says your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. For me, it is someone who recognizes and understands the twin flame journey from a place of seeing the cycles appear before them. Okay, a lot of your masculines are starting to pay attention to their dreams. Like, I feel like in a sense they surrender as well. And you know, many of them who do things like, you know, they will unblock you from social media, or they might be tempted to call you from an unknown number, and intuitively you just can feel that it's them. You might get that hunch or that feeling. A lot of you feel watched by your masculines as well, especially if you live in the same city as them. Like, you just have this feeling. You might live near like a roadway, or I don't know, it's just, you might get a sense that your person may drive by your home and things like that, or you just feel watched by them. You know, those feelings are real. Like, you know, I feel like it's to be paid attention to, okay? Because some of you might get the inkling and then you're like, nah, can't be. But just pay attention to the hunches, okay? And always remember to ask the universe for a sign. I did this very early on in my connection. I used to always use like a star. I mean, you know, I don't anymore, just because I feel like more connected with my intuition, where I just know. But in the beginning, when I would test things out, I would do this. And, you know, I would ask the universe silently to show me a star. And I would ask questions to the universe to show me things in plain sight. You know, if it's true, show me this. And that was my way of communicating with my guides. And that's part of this prayers too. Like, I feel like a lot of your masculines have been communicating with the universe. Like, when you guys go through separation, I'm seeing a masculine that really misses you a lot, so much to the point where they're like, okay, universe, I'll do the inner work. I'll do the inner work. Okay. And that's why they go ahead and they take some type of action to move closer towards you in a way, or to subconsciously let you know that, okay, you know what, you're on my mind, and like, I can't seem to forget you. So I'm just going to surrender to this and see where it goes, you know? So, and then a lot of you will follow the guidance and kind of like butterflies, just, you know, make your way back to each other. Hi, baby. Are you having a hard time getting comfortable? Yeah, you're so cute. So yeah, like a lot of your masculines have been connecting, I feel like, with the signs, and that's why there's this calmness about the connection now, because they don't necessarily have to play those types of games anymore, because now they're like, wait a second, I can just ask the universe for a sign. And that's why a lot of them have been courageous enough to reach out, because I feel like they've already received their confirmation of their sign from the universe that you know, things will go smoothly. Like, I feel like a lot of your masculines are learning as well, like on this journey, that you just have to go with the flow and trust it, right? We have the reconciliation card as well that I'm drawn to. Many of you have reconciled over the holidays, and you know, reconciliation doesn't have to mean that you guys are like in a full-on relationship and, oh my God, yeah, like, I love you, let's be together. It's like, no, I feel like many of you are still working through karmic situations of your own. So is your counterpart. This reconciliation more has to do with this person's presence returning back to your life, okay? The understanding and recognition as well that, again, you guys are on this twin flame journey, and you know, there's no denying, like, there's no denying the need to just be in touch, okay? This could be like checking in with each other. I feel too many masculines just want to hear from you, Divine Feminine. They need to know you're okay. And in order to do that, a lot of them, again, are having to tap into this feminine energy of theirs and allow themselves to be in the flow. Okay, communicate freely with the universe and be in the flow, and you'll receive the sign. A lot of them have kind of never done this before. Okay, we have the Let Your Friends Help You card. A lot of them have never done this before, where they've asked the universe for signs or help, or can I have a dream? But because of you, Divine Feminine, maybe you drop hints on your social media. They pay close attention to the type of things that you post. They've done their own fair share of research as well. Like, you may not have ever mentioned twin flames to them, Divine Feminine, but maybe they've seen on your social media that these are the types of accounts that you follow, and they've put two and two together. And you know, I see a lot of them, they have that understanding now, and too many crazy and bizarre synchronicities have happened to this divine masculine for them not to make some type of move to come towards you, or for the universe to orchestrate some type of communication for the both of you, again, to help you, you know, really see that you guys are genuinely on this journey together. It's like, I'm hearing too, I heard someone go, I don't care how many years have passed between these two, they're here, like they're here for something together. Okay, and many of you are making peace as well, and that's why I feel like the energy is cycling right back to the beginning of the reading, where I'm feeling calmness, like self-confidence. Like, many of your masculines, you know, the moment they know that you're okay, they feel so happy thinking of you. That's what I get. And it's like, that's why there's calmness, because there's balance now. Like, you two want to communicate, and now that communication is not going to come with a whole bunch of baggage, right? Like, it's going to be genuine communication of both of us have our shit together. We're able to communicate clearly as, you know, human beings, as adults, as souls who recognize each other, but still having that mutual respect for one another to just simply live the journey and enjoy the journey on our own terms. And I feel like that's really bringing about, just magnetic energy, chemistry, you know, reigniting a beautiful friendship that ends up setting itself on fire. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right, I don't know whose reading this is for. You know, whoever it's for, I wish you guys the best on your journey. Guys, check me out on Patreon. Maybe I'll tap into this a little bit more. She's like, there's my cue. Yeah, I would love to connect with you guys one-on-one even. But otherwise, you know, I will catch you guys in the next video. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. Okay. All right. I guess that's it. All right. Bye, guys.